everybody? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Horror. I'm your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yes, day 20 is here on Volume 3, and yes, I'm gonna take it all the way back to the 70s once again here from a film from 1971, and it is called Simon, King of the Witches. This is a film that I've actually never seen before. I actually passed on the Dark Sky Films DVD release of it when it came out years ago. And I don't know why I decided to do that and then wait for a Blu-ray. I don't know, it's just, this came up and I was like, why not? I'll give this movie a shot finally. Of course, released by Code Red, in junction with Shout Factory too, so it was an MGM production. But getting into the synopsis of this one, basically we follow our main character, Simon, who is right there on the front. He is a man-witch, also known as a warlock, but he likes to consider himself to be a real magician. He doesn't like the term warlock or witch, he likes to call himself a real magician. So basically in the beginning of the film, he ends up getting arrested for vagrancy. See, the thing is with Simon is that he's very strange, and he lives in a storm drain, so when it actually rains in the city, his house floods. So when it rains, he has to leave his house. So he ends up getting picked up for vagrancy, where he meets this young hustler in jail. He's kind of like a male prostitute, whatever. He decides to take him under his wing. He actually puts a spell on him, so he become his lackey kind of thing. But the thing is with this young guy is that he knows a lot of wealthy people, and he goes to these rich parties and these rich things, and Simon feels like it's probably a good place for him to make some money. You know, he can go to these places, sell his goods, his products and things like that, and put on some shows, in which he does. And ultimately what happens is he puts on this show and stuff, and this ignorant lawyer decides to fuck him over with giving him a bad check, which kind of leaves a really bad taste in his mouth. And you know, the thing is with Simon is he's really trying to become a god. His main goal in life is to become a god and leave this earth. So he's trying to, I think by accomplishing this, he's trying to, you know, do all these shows, and just, it's a really weird storyline. But anyways, so a few more things happen, and now he's kind of forced to, you know, battle the legal system, you know, the head DA and things like that, and he's got to put spells on these people and stuff, and yeah, so that's the general premise of the film right there. Now, my thoughts on this film: this is a very, very strange film. It's a very oddball type film. First up, the thing you notice about this one is it has a very interesting tone. It's not very often I finish a film and I go, I don't even know what the fucking tone was to the film. If it was trying to be serious with some unintentional funny moments, or if it was meant to be silly with some serious moments, I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. It's that type of movie. It's really, really strange. The very first scene in the film, you have Simon's character who's breaking the fourth wall. He's literally talking to the camera, and it really doesn't do that again, so that's kind of weird and all. But just the construction of the narrative is very, very strange. There's like all these certain events that happen, which leads up to like the main plot in the narrative, I guess. And that only lasts about 20-25 minutes and stuff. It's a very strange film. It's filled with oddities, a lot of, you know, occultish type stuff, you know, supernatural things and things like that aren't fully flushed out and explained and stuff. But oddly enough, it's entertaining enough to continue to watch this 100-minute film. It's very strange. I was expecting it to, you know, to have a little bit more carnage in it at times, because just given the premise of, you know, him trying to get like revenge on these people, there isn't really a lot of kills. There isn't even a lot of blood and gore in this film at all. In fact, the kills are pretty much off screen, and someone might even argue that this isn't even a horror film. I mean, I'm even up for debate on it too. It's very strange. But I seriously can't get over the tone of this one. It's hard to understand what you're dealing with. Now, I know this film, upon coming out in 1971, was actually dubbed as like a big sex orgy in the vein of Marilyn Manson, in Charles Manson and things like that, which I think hurt the theatrical release of this, and a lot of people didn't go and see it because, I don't know, maybe word got out that it's not what you're getting with this one. This scene right here actually does happen. It's actually part of like a sex orgy that happens within the film, but that's not the main focus of the film. There's one scene where they go to this party and this girl's putting on, she's doing her type thing, and you know, they happen to be there, and yeah, it's not a sex orgy, and it's not really like a full-blown serious witch film. It's weird. It's a really, really strange film. That's all I gotta say. Am I happy I picked up the Blu-ray? Maybe. I don't know. Am I happy that I skipped out on the Dark Sky DVD? Maybe a little bit. I think I would have preferred to spend half the money on the DVD than the Blu-ray. But to my amazement, there actually is a commentary with Bruce Kessler, Kessler. Yeah, Kessler. He's the director of this film. He actually does an introduction here too with Banana Man. And I would actually like to rewatch this movie someday with the commentary, because I'm curious to find, or to get some insight into the way the structure was, you know, the way the narrative went in this one and exactly what he was trying to do. There's a lot of subtext in this film, I'm assuming, you know, with the revenge aspect and, you know, fighting political forces and things like that. I mean, I think that's pretty apparent what's going on. You know, it's kind of like overtones, really. But all in all, this is a really strange film. It's pretty well acted. It's pretty well shot. It's got some pretty decent music in it and stuff. But it's not what you think it is. I mean, I guess you know now from watching this review, if you trust my opinion or not. That's up for debate too, I guess. But Simon, King of the Witches, this is an oddball one. Do I recommend this film? Sure, why not? It's not a horrible movie. It actually kept me intrigued. It actually made me laugh in so many parts. And I was like, is that supposed to be funny, or is this movie just really bad? Excuse me. I don't know. But be a judge for yourself. I think it's definitely worthy of a watch. It's an interesting timepiece from 1971. I mean, the fact that they tried to, you know, to play off the whole Manson thing is just ridiculous with this. I hate when companies promote films that are so misleading like that. That's ridiculous, but it's kind of a shame. But if I had to rate this one, I'm going to come in about a 6.5 out of 10 on this one. I think it's decent. I definitely want to do a rewatch of the commentary someday. Maybe get, like I said, some insight. So, but yeah, Simon, King of the Witches. I will say, if you're interested in the Blu-ray, the transfer looks beautiful, and that's coming from somebody that really judges Code Red pretty hard. A lot of their transfers aren't the greatest, but this one is beautiful. I can't imagine the DVD looks better than this. This is actually a really, really great transfer. So if you're up in the air about the transfer and the price, you know, it's definitely worth it for the beautiful transfer. So yeah, Simon, King of the Witches. Check it out right there. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Pretty interestingly odd, strange, oddball 70s film. So that's going to do it for here for day 20, guys. Check you tomorrow on day 21. I have no idea what I'm doing whatsoever. As usual, I know I say that every day because I'm really just winging this. Flying away. Anyways, check you guys tomorrow. Peace!